Hi, I'm Elry with JTech, and tonight we're going to be using this Robinair AC machine to recover Freon from the system, and we're going to be putting the system under a vacuum to see if it has any leaks, and then we're going to charge the system back up with Freon. And the car we're using is the Honda Civic. So basically, with the machine, you have two fittings. A fitting for the high side, which is usually red, and a fitting for the low side, which is usually blue. The fittings are made to where you can't get them mixed up because they won't fit on the opposite side of the system. So you can't put the high side on the low side or vice versa because it just won't fit. So with that being said, we're gonna go to the recover function on the machine and pull out the Freon. We should get around 15 pounds. Okay, so now the machine is saying recovering process, and right now it's clearing. Um, the machine is clearing the system of any moisture or debris before it pulls the Freon. Now it's actually starting to pull the Freon from out of the system into the machine. And when you're recovering Freon, it's pulling out oil too. So the Freon will go into the tank, and the oil will go into a separate pan, and we'll measure how much oil was taken out when the recovery process is finished. Okay, so we recovered the Freon from the car, and we pulled 15 ounces, which is spec. Now it's draining the oil, and we're going to see how much oil we got. I believe the pan was at 3 ounces. No, at 6 ounces. I'm sorry, before we started. Covered. So it looks like we only recovered about a half ounce of oil. Okay, now we're gonna so now we recovered. We're gonna put the system under a vacuum for 30 minutes to look for leaks. And when it's under vacuum, we're looking for the pressure gauge to stay under 30. And if it starts to rise up after I close the valves, then I know that I have a leak. Okay, so now we have the system under a vacuum, and I'm watching my gauges. I see that the low side is at negative 30, and my high side is below 0. So now what I'm going to do is close the valves and see if this vacuum holds. If my gauge goes up to 0 or past 0, then I know that there's a leak somewhere in the system, and I need to shut off the machine and find where the leak is with my sniffer or the detector. And so far, it looks like the system is holding its vacuum. So I wouldn't think there are any leaks in the system from what I'm seeing on the machine.
Sorry, can I wait through that?
Alright, so the system doesn't seem to have any leaks and it's holding this vacuum. So now I'm going to cut the machine. I'm going to stop this vacuum process and I'm going to recharge the system with Freon. Okay, so now I'm ready to charge the system back up with Freon. I'm going to hit the charge button and it's going to ask me the amount of Freon I want to put back into the system. I'm going to put 15 ounces and just hit start. Oh, and when I'm charging, I want to open the low side because I only and close the high side valve, but leave the low side valve open so it only charges through the low side. It's at 13 ounces, 14 ounces. And that's it. Okay, and that's basically how you recover, put a vacuum on the system, and charge the Freon back into the system. It's basically how you would use this Robinair AC machine.